Hey everyone, I'm back with another gameplay video for Domain Zoo. Starting out, okay, actually, just kidding. We're playing Living End. So, I like to play different decks, or I'm actually, this is something new I'm starting to try at the recommendation of some other good players I've talked to who say that, one way to improve as a Magic player is to play different decks. So, of course, like you're probably going to have a deck that maybe you specialize in, that you play a lot, you understand very well. But in order to better understand both the metagame and how other decks function and just improve your own lines and thinking, stuff like that, then I think it's useful to sometimes play different decks. It's also just keeps things fresh because you get to play different cards, and you also get to see how different cards interact. So it might actually affect both your lines of playing your own deck, but also just you see how cards interact. So you might get different ideas for like different abilities, different things to try if you're starting to trying to tweak or refine your list, or if you're doing brewing or stuff like that. So today we're playing Living End. You've probably seen this deck before. If you haven't, it's a combo deck. It's also Cascade deck. So the basic idea is you have your 8 Cascade spells, and you're trying to cascade into Living End. And Living End basically exiles all creatures on the board, and then puts all creatures that are in the graveyard onto the board. So you've got, in order to fill your own graveyard, you've got a bunch of cyclers. Of course, you got Grief to disrupt your opponent. So the rest is just cyclers. So it's pretty straightforward. I'm just trying to fill my graveyard, combo off, and then kill my opponent. So we got Force of Negation to protect our combo and disrupt the opponent. We also have Brazen Borrower to disrupt their opponent. And the sideboard is mostly going to be all towards geared towards hate cards that opponents are going to bring in. So we got Leyline of Sanctity. This is more useful against decks that are really fast, so maybe like something like Burn, I'm guessing, but also against discard decks, because otherwise they can just like discard stuff and start to destroy your combo. So I think against Scam, I guess they use Leyline, but maybe against Mill, I don't know. Probably not against Mill. I mean, imagine Mill is a tough matchup. Or sorry, Mill is a pretty favorable matchup because you're like they're going to fill your graveyard with a bunch of stuff, and you're just going to get it back. But I don't know. And then we've got so that's why I assume Leyline is 4. We got Mystical Dispute that's going to come in matchups where someone's bringing permission, probably against Murktide, things like that. Subtlety, just good maybe against any decks that have like big creatures, things like that. Against Scam especially, which is going to be a hard matchup, you probably want Subtlety. Try Subtlety at Dothy, because if they get Dothy in play, you're going to have a really bad time. You've got Leyline of the Void. I'm guessing this is for the mirror match or any other deck that's using a lot of graveyard synergies. I'm not sure that I would actually bring this in against like Murktide or something, although I suppose you could. It'll turn off their Delirium stuff and whatnot. So I probably will bring this in against Murktide with that. Usually I don't like the Leyline cards that much, but with Grief in the deck as well, it's like not as dead of a card. You can potentially pitch the Leyline of Grief, which isn't the worst. Although you already have Living End to pitch to Grief, so I don't know. Force of Vigor, that's just for your opponents that bring in chalices, their own ley lines, things like that. Smash enchantments, artifacts. Same with Foundation Breaker, and then Endurance. Again, just to for mirror match or anyone who's doing a lot of graveyard synergies, breach, things like that. So that's what we got. This is Menino Nay's Living End deck. He's like always in one of the trophy leaders. He just recently won. I think it was a showcase challenge, or maybe it was the mock showcase. Anyway, he won. He got second in that with this list, so that's where I got it from. And he's like what I would call an expert player of this archetype. So that's what we're gonna try playing. And if you enjoy this kind of content, if you want to see me play other decks occasionally, like I think maybe I do this once a week or once every other week. So it's not going to be like all my videos are just going to be now me playing other decks. I'm still focusing on Domain Zoo, but to mix it up and allow you guys to see different stuff. If you like this sort of content, just put it in the comments. Or if you just want to see like, hey, I want to see only Domain Zoo content, then you can put that in the comments too. That's fine. But I'll see you guys. I'm just gonna run through an MTGO league, so I'll see you guys for round 1. Okay, I'm here for round 1. I'm looking at this hand. I've got a 1-lander with I've got a 1-lander with the cycler, but I also have a lot of good interaction between Grief, Living End, things like that. So I think I want to just keep this. The idea is turn 1, I can cycle Curator, and I've got Force, Brazen Bar, and I can pitch Grief, pitch Living End. So I think this is good enough hand with a lot of interaction. So my opponent's obviously holding up something. It could be Murktide. It could have a Spell Pierce or something like that. So they're gonna know right away what my deck is by doing this, but we'll just do the thing, huh? So we're gonna Grief, pitch our Living End, and my opponent will know what I'm doing at this point. Revoke trigger last. Doesn't really matter though. Consider. Oh dear. Okay, well this is a weird matchup. I think we're about to do Dredge versus Living End. Oh man, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I could force this. This is not the card I wanted to see. I don't think I want to force it, right? Oh, sorry, I can't force my own turn, so never mind. This is a really weird. I don't know if this is favorable or unfavorable. Obviously, I'm going to bring in the Graveyard Hate for this, but this is. Unfortunately, I don't have a sideboard guide that I'm like referencing, so. But I don't know. What a weird League One Living End versus Dredge. All the graveyard synergies. Okay, good thing is they don't get anything. So what I want to look for is Dredge spells. Man, this is really shitty. This is the problem, is like they want to put stuff in the graveyard. I don't really want to like fill their graveyard with Ox. So to get him, I think we take the Ghoul and try to keep the Ox in his hand. I don't want him to be able to just escape the Ox next turn. Oh man, this is so bad for me. Okay. All right, well, we do have Force. We have Force if they go like another big discard spell, but right now they don't have anything else in hand. They did Surveil for stuff, so I will probably force something. The question is, do I want to pitch Waker or do I want to pitch okay. So he's gonna flash this back. Cathartic Reunion. Okay, so we are gonna force this. Because I don't want him to draw any cards right now. So I think I want to pitch Brazen Borrower, although I could bounce a creature with it. He could get Ox back next turn, and I could bounce that with Brazen Borrower, but man. Or I could pitch Architects of Will. But I think I want to hold on to my cyclers because I need them to. Let's do this. Okay, in response to that, let's cycle Curator. What did I get? Okay, second land is already there. I think we just pitch Brazen Borrower. I could use it on Ox next turn, though, which could be relevant. So, and I could bounce it back to his hand, but I don't know. Maybe we just pitch Architect's Will, since I'm already going to, with Waker, I'm probably going to have a pretty big graveyard and hold on to Brazen Borrower in case I need it. All right, I don't know if this is right. Okay, so we forced it, so now he's got nothing in hand. I think next turn he can see if he's got enough to play Ox. I guess second force, which is pretty handy. I think we're just gonna. We'll see what he does here. If he gets another spell off, I'll potentially force it again. I think I want to. I'll cycle Waker on my turn. I am obviously looking for a Cascade spell still. But hopefully I can just keep slowing him down. We'll see. This is interesting. This is not a matchup I expect to see right away. It's fun though. So we don't need a cycle right now because maybe we get something we need a petty theft. I think it's unlikely. Can you get Oxen? He needs to exile, escape 8 other cards, and he doesn't have it yet. So hopefully just bricked in what he drew. Go cycle the Waker. Okay, so let's put the land in hand and Curator in the graveyard. So land. So damn, it's pretty good that We'll do that. Okay, another land. Unfortunately, we still don't have a. So this is where maybe it was smarter to keep, to pitch Brazen Bar and keep a Cycler, because now we still don't have a Cascade spell yet. Next turn we can start hard casting stuff, but we'll see. Right now I can cast Force, hard cast Force, so see what my opponent goes for here. Just have nothing. I think I need green. Breeding Pool. Okay, we will cycle this. Okay, there's our Violent Outburst. So I don't think we want to use it yet, because I want to try to wait. We will play this land. I want to wait till my opponent tries to, like, do something. See if they try to do a spell at the end of this turn, or they're just breaking. So they're going to flashback at 3 right now. So they'll be able to surveil 3. So what are they likely to do? I guess next turn they're going to get a mill spell. Let's see. I think I'm fine with letting them resolve this. I think going Outburst now doesn't make a lot of sense, because they'll bring back 2 of their... I mean, I could go Outburst whenever I want, but I want to try to get them to get one of these creatures back into play, and then I can Outburst in response. So I could force this. I think I will. The other option would be to... we just force this. The other option could be to just Outburst in response, or let it resolve. But I think my opponent has nothing, and now they're tapped out. Now we just do the thing, the combo that everyone loves. If they just concede here. So we want to cast our Living End. He will get stuff back, but I will also get a lot of stuff back. Grief him. So he could discard more stuff. Now I think he's just dead next turn. Oh, okay. So he does get a few hits off that. So he might not be dead yet. I think I'm going to crack this fetch to thin. But I mean, he's still pretty close to dead. I think I'd still handle that well. Any second green, second blue? I don't know. I have Swamp Walk, but he doesn't control Swamp. I do have Flyers. Okay, Forces, good draw. So I guess we just attack with everything. Okay. Still going to take a bunch of damage. So he does live one more turn, but with Force now, I think I can stop him from doing anything that useful. I mean, he can get the Ox back, but I don't think it matters. Hmm. Okay. Probably going to just force whatever this is. Probably another discard spell. What are you doing? So I think the only thing that maybe I could have played better is pitching. So he's gonna get the Ox back. Still don't. Okay. Oh, I guess he gets to discard and then draw 3 cards. So he's gonna hope to discard like another Creeping Chill and stuff like that. If you got any hits. Okay, he hit 2 Creeping Chills, so he's still not dead. Oh man, this is actually. I could actually lose this, even after going off with Living End. I guess I need endurance. I mean, I'm just gonna take all the graveyard hate in this matchup, but he'll also have it. So yeah, like I could actually still lose this game. Oh my god. Yeah, he really got a lot of hits on that last one. And unfortunately, like I couldn't force anything. Yeah, so he's like just going off. So I mean I managed to go off. Maybe I did it too late or I mean too early, but I think this is just one of those matchups where like I countered a lot of his discard spells, but he could just get the stuff back. So I'm not exactly sure how to play this matchup well. Like I thought I had this game won, but by hitting those two, um, yeah, I mean it's just unfortunate. I don't have 3 flyers, and he doesn't control a swamp, so I would need, and he can still chump my flyers. So okay, grief. I can cast grief. I don't know that that's that helpful though. I guess I just attack with my flyers maybe. Let's see. He's got 2, 4. I'm trying to see how much damage he has in hand. Um, I guess he'll put Ox back in the graveyard. So I probably just want to attack with my flyers, I think, and then he's forced the Narcomoeba to block and then try to hang on. Probably cast this grief. I think that's what we're supposed to do here. I don't want to give him the chance to get the Ox back in the graveyard if I can avoid it. Yeah. Okay. So he's here now. He's at 8. So the question is, do I keep force up or do I? So 2, 4, 6. So he's got. I'll take 6 damage. Go to 1. No, I guess if I play grief, I won't. So we'll just play grief. So we're looking for another discard spell to take from his hand. Okay, these are not what I want. They're all dredgers. Oh my god, this is killing me. I have to choose this. This is so bad for me. He didn't have any other dredgers in the graveyard. Maybe that was something to think about. Okay. All right, well, I might just be dead to Creeping Chills because now he's got a dredger in the graveyard that I helped him with. Okay, that's a good hit. But, so he's not dead yet. Could be dead soon, though. Am I just dead, though? Close. Damn. So I guess I lost this game. Yeah. I'm sure there's like I'm sure if I was a better pilot of this deck, I could have navigated my way around it. Um, so let's see. I guess I have to block. I have to block the Ox, which will allow him to do his thing. So unfortunately, I have a way around this. Do I care about these guys? I guess he can sack these to draw cards, which is kind of annoying. I get a 1, and he'll probably just flip a Creeping Chill. Okay. Well, we're trying. That Narcomoeba is what's going to save him here, unless I can flip a Raisin Bar. But now he can just get the Ox back. and do a bunch of other stuff. So I had to block the Ox though to go to 1. So if he hits in there Creeping Chill, then I think I just lose. Look at what he's doing. Yeah, Grief is like bad in this matchup, I guess. Conflagrate. Okay, so he just had it. I mean, he got his way through it. Frustrating. Okay. Okay. Well, I thought I had him in a pretty good spot, but he flipped those multiple, like exactly what he needed. So we're obviously bringing our graveyard hate here. He's going to bring in his graveyard hate. So, we definitely want endurance, and we definitely want Leyline of the Void. Do I do the Leyline of Sanctity for Creeping Chill, or is that too narrow? Or do I do Forces or Foundation Breakers to kill whatever stuff he brings in, like Chalice and stuff? Okay, so this is like the hard part now. You're like, all right, well, what do we cut? So I think the griefs are like, I think I want to trim a little bit on the griefs because of just like how that ended up, where he just wanted stuff in his graveyard. Me griefing him just allows him to get more stuff in his graveyard. Borrower could be good to like bounce an Ox, but I also don't know. I guess I want to keep it in to bounce permanents. Endurance, Force. I think the rest we're supposed to maybe just trim on one ofs, but we don't want to trim too many cyclers. So that's an issue I've seen before. So we have to figure out how to trim 4. Do I just take all the griefs out? Maybe I do that. Maybe I just don't even want grief in this matchup at all. So now do I bring in the Force, so maybe I can trim on one Borrower, and then maybe I trim on just like one. I don't know which one of these is the worst. Curator versus Architects of Will. I think Curator is good because the flying is kind of relevant, actually. Maybe we just go Street Wraith because my life total is under pressure. All right, we'll see. I don't have a sideboard guide for this, so maybe Leyline of Sanctity is what to do because I don't think he'll bring in Endurance. He doesn't have green cards, but we'll see what shows up in his hand, how many graveyard hate pieces he has. I'm supposed to keep this, although I think we keep this. We don't have any sideboard answers, so we just, I guess, do the thing. See if he has Leyline. Looks like he does. Okay. That's gonna be an issue. Okay. So do we just start cycling stuff? I guess I don't need to cycle right now. Well, we might need to be hard casting things, so we're gonna hold on to the Curator, hold on to the Shardless Agent. Yeah, maybe I wasn't supposed to keep this like hand. Play basic island. Cycle the Architects. Cycle Street Wraith. Try to find a piece of hate for that. Maybe. Oh my god, it's our worst draw. Okay, Forces useful. We're maybe getting somewhere. Unfortunately, I have to pitch either Shardless Agent or Curator Mysteries. I can still wipe his board with Living End. So there's an argument to keep Shardless in case he gets really far ahead, and I can just dump everything in his graveyard again. Of course, he can just get it back, but on the other hand, if I'm going the hard cast route, then I want to keep the Curator here because he's a 4/4 flyer that can hard cast. But realistically, I probably need to find a piece of hate to smash this. So I think I just need to keep cycling to find that. And I think I use Force to disrupt him from like discarding and things like that. Wow, this is a lot harder. I guess in most matchups, this deck's like, I'm not gonna say it's mindless, but this deck is much harder to play. Maybe it's just this matchup than I was expecting because like I wasn't expecting my game 1 to be another just graveyard, unfair deck. So I'd be curious to watch someone. I guess I could do some research. I'd be curious to watch like a someone who their main deck is living end, how they play this dredge matchup and what they say to do. Because I thought I had a good living end go off. It's just I had like 5 creatures in play, and they had nothing, and then they got back 2 things that Ox was just so hard to deal with. Like maybe that's why having the borrower in is good, and I could have just bounced the borrower at a different point to keep him. Now he had discard spells still, but it just makes it harder for him to be able to chump with the Ox and then just like get it back every turn is like kind of annoying. I don't know what my opponent is doing. Taking their time. That game. I thought this would be a fast league in that game. My clock is very slow because I'm on a new deck. So okay, shocks. See if he goes for a spell here. Not. You could try to do it on my turn and play around force. That's pretty useless. Next turn I can go shardless for a 3 mana 2/2. Okay. We just do nothing here. Okay. So when he tries to flash that back, I can force it. Oh my god, he just flipped. What, 2 Creeping Chills? No, I guess 1 Creeping Chill. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm winning this game. I mean, he got his sideboard hate piece in. Maybe I was supposed to mulligan lower to try to find something like that. Instead, I do have endurance in the deck, but so if I get an endurance, it's like kind of what we need to see. Okay. So did he already get a Dredger in the graveyard? What just happened? If he tries to play a spell here, I can force it. Yeah, so he got to discard. So now he has 2 Dredgers in the graveyard. So do I even pitch Curator Mysteries? I think so. I think we do this. I'm losing a Cycler, though, to do it. I think I want to go Shardless next turn. Go and just try to make this work. Him having 2 Dredgers in the graveyard is kind of a major problem, though. Basic Force, not exactly what I want to see. Okay. I guess he'll get the Golgari Thug back, so he'll get a 1/1. So I actually do want to do this because I want his Dredgers in play. Okay. All right, we're going to try and make this work. We're going to Cascade and Living End. We're going to wipe his board. Put a 1/1 Golgari Thug in, get his Dredger out of the graveyard. I think that was good. I think that's what we want to do. Now we just beat him down with the 2/2 until I get something useful, until I get an endurance or something. Okay, we'll Surveil 3. Okay, we're hanging in there. Of course, we don't really have any... until I have an answer for this, I can't combo off, so I just go with the beatdown plan. So now he'll be able to... the problem is I can't attack because I don't want to put this in the graveyard. Now he's got the Ox in the graveyard already, so... Okay. He's just, pressuring life total. He's gonna Dark Blast his own Thug, maybe? Something like that makes sense to take that line. Oh. Okay. The problem is, like, we're so... this is, like, not gonna help me at all. So I can Otawara... So I guess what I have to do is play this. Otawara his... I might have to Otawara his Ox, but he has 2 Oxes in the graveyard already. Like, I really need to Otawara this, but then, I mean, I have an empty graveyard, so it doesn't really help me that much. Guess I attack him for 2. Like, obviously I want to Otawara Leyline of the Void, but I'm just going to lose at that point. So I guess this is like not a fair matchup at all, and I needed to just mulligan to having some kind of hate for this. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Because obviously that's what my opponent did, but like, we'll see. Yeah, because he can get 13 cards in the graveyard, so he can get one Ox back. But then he'll probably get another Ox back, and he just, okay, he milled some stuff. Like I might just need, out of desperation, need to bounce the Oxes. Yeah, like we're kind of racing, but this isn't gonna help. I need an endurance like ASAP. So I guess I Odawar his ley line, but again, doesn't help me that much. I have to take damage from this. Second, do I want double green? Yeah, I want double green for endurance. Okay, so we'll Odawar this, and then maybe we can hang on here. Problem is we're kind of late in the game. Oh, baby, we're back. So I guess he'll just get another Dredger in the graveyard, and then his upkeep, I'll play endurance. So it's like me attacking here actually help anything. Puts one thing in his graveyard that. Let's see. I think I just have to do it in upkeep or in response to something that he does or else he's just going to start escaping stuff. So I definitely can't do it in his draw step. Uh-oh. No. No. Okay. I guess we do it now. I was supposed to do that before upkeep. Because now he can escape the Ox in response. I guess he could escape the Ox anyway. So I should have just done on my turn. Was he tapped out? Yeah, he was tapped out. I should have done on my turn, sorry. That was... Okay. I'm confused by his choices. Oh, I guess this doesn't have red. No, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Now we're in a lot better shape. Although we don't want to put this in the graveyard because he'll start dredging. Can't really attack yet. Man, this is so awkward. Ugh. What am I supposed to do here? Do I just cast another 2/2 shardless and wipe my own board? That doesn't seem great. Wipe my own board, wipe his board. No, I think we just have to wait. I think we're playing a slow game. No, I can't suspend Living Enemy Black. Like me attacking just puts a Dredger in his graveyard, but I do need to pressure him at some point. I'm not sure. I don't have anything in my graveyard. I can start filling it up, but I don't have any cyclers. Yep. He's gonna Dark Blast his own thing. Okay, so now he's got Dark Blast in the graveyard, which is annoying. I don't know why he wouldn't just Dark Blast this himself. He get more Dredgers. Oh, okay, I guess he already has Dredgers, so he doesn't need it. Again, we're in the situation where I can't attack. Okay, now we're just getting land. Again, if I attack with both, he puts both these in the graveyards and he can dredge some more. So I don't know. We're in the standoff. Like I don't really know how I win this one. Just I guess not let him put dredgers in the graveyard. Do I just play a 2/2 shardless? Don't think that's great. Gonna be close to being able to hardcast. If he can get a black source, I guess he can hardcast Leyline again. Is about what he's gonna do. Yeah. I mean, again, that's fine. I just need my Leyline, but I can't even cast it. So I don't know. Like, I need another endurance, I guess. That's what I do need. I need another endurance. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Do I just attack with both? It doesn't seem great to put 2 dredgers in his graveyard. And then his engine just keeps going. Do I just play a shard? I guess I have... Like, I don't know how I get out of the standoff. He's only at 12. So I could just play shardless and then not do anything. And then try to race him. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I'll still have a shardless left. In case I need it. But I won't cascade into Living End. So I'm trying to think of how we get out of this. Because I think we're past the point of, like, the combo doing anything. Now we just have to hope to keep dredgers out of his graveyard. And be able to beat him down. Gets another Dark Blast. Kills me. There's a Creeping Chill. There's another Dark Blast. Okay. It'll kill my Shardless Agent. Try hang on here. Should attack with both. Yeah, that's like killing me, the Creeping Chill. Okay, Force. I don't know what that's useful for. So again, I'm trying to think of how I win this one. I can't really do anything. He's just going to keep getting dredgers, keep doing stuff. Like, if I put these in the graveyard, he can just dredge for the next 3 turns. But maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Doesn't seem great. Like, I should have done it turns ago. But I don't want to keep giving. He's already got a dredger, though. What is he going to put? There's no target. All right, I'm just going to go with both. I guess maybe he just kills me next turn. I don't know. Just play another shardless if I have to. I guess I'll just hold on to Force and... So he'll be able to keep dredging. I guess I just have to try to race him now. Maybe I should have done that like 2 turns ago. But he already had a dredger in the graveyard, so I felt comfortable doing it. So he's got the Ox now. See if I can force something. I think I forced this. Right? I don't know. Maybe I just let this resolve. Maybe I'm supposed to keep it for like another like Cathartic Reunion or something. Now you can get the Ox back. That looks like what he's doing. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this. I mean, I think I just had to mulligan for sideboard hate. Like, I can't function if he gets ley line, and then... Or maybe I'm just supposed to play this completely differently. I don't exactly know. Like, I don't know what is in my deck that's useful. So his graveyard's empty, but now he can discard his hand, draw cards, and of course he's got 3 dredgers still in his graveyard. So, and now he's got the creeping... Now it's just game over. Like, he's just going off. Yeah, I don't know how to play this matchup. I think I just need Leyline. Like, is this... I don't know if this is an easy matchup or a hard matchup, but I'm guessing hard, or I just suck, you know. But, like, he just dunked on me completely. And, you know, if I had my own Leyline, then I even had an Endurance, but that only did, you know, once. So now we might have to Desperation Shardless Agent anyway. But that just gives him a chance to put Ox back in his graveyard and do the same thing again. Do I attack? Let's see, he'll block with Ox. Put the Ox back in his graveyard. I don't know how I win this. Like, I guess I just go Shardless again and sack my own stuff. I wonder if there's a way for me to do it like, I wonder if there's a way for me to, this is my last living end, I think. No, I should have one more. Like, I could have double living end to get my endurance back in play and then exile his graveyard, but now that doesn't really work. I mean, I'm just dead to another creeping chill, so. But I have my 2/2 human rogue to protect me. Okay. Yeah, I don't know exactly how you're supposed to play this one. I'd be curious to know. Like, maybe I'm supposed to just forget the combo and try to just beat him down, or I think it's just like his deck is even faster than mine is the problem. So I think you have to. I don't know. It's hard to say because like I had permission, I thought, to stop him, but like he's just done the same. Now he'll probably conflagrate me again, and that'll just be the game. Yep. Like, what am I supposed to do in this matchup? Like, I needed endurance earlier. I think I just needed a card. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That he just blew me out completely. Okay, well that was not the as I'm trying to get a hang of the deck. I'm guessing that's one of the trickier matchups for Living End. I know Scam is also very hard, so I was hoping to maybe get like just a regular deck that I can just cruise through, but that didn't happen. So we're 0-1 with Living End. If you're more familiar with the deck, put in the comments below what how you usually play that Dredge matchup because it seemed tricky. I don't know if I have stuff in my sideboard for that. Maybe I should have done the Leyline Sanctity, was stop the creeping chills. That doesn't seem great though. Because he'd still, what was really killing me is like the Oxes that he kept getting back in play. But it could have been that hand I kept, which is bad. It was again in that matchup. I didn't have enough. Well, I know he had Leyline, so okay, that's fine. This is in the middle for some reason. Put it over here. Okay. We are gonna play first. See, okay. I don't have any cyclers. I do have other stuff, but I feel like I'm probably not supposed to keep a 4-lander with no cyclers. I can't living end into anything right now. So I guess we mulligan this. I don't know. Okay, we keep a 1-lander. We do have cyclers. We don't have the turn 1 grief, but I think we keep this. Let's get rid of one of the curators or one of the forces. Probably one of the forces. Right now I can't cast grief, so you could also argue to put grief back. If I draw a black card. Oh, actually I can cast grief, sorry. Yeah, okay. So let's go turn 1, pitch grief pitch architects, and then cycle curator on their turn. See what my opponent's doing. Creativity. So I guess what hurts me here? I mean, I don't really care about any of these cards. I guess I'll just put the creativity. Like, I don't care about Bolt and Binding. Do I care about Ren? Maybe. Allow him to fix his lands a bit, but I think I just take the creativity. I guess I'm a lot of turns away from that, so maybe I shouldn't. His bolt is going to be useless. Okay, what do we want to get? Blue green, blue red. I'm not being green. Go blue green. Cycle now. Is he going to bolt me? Probably. No. I don't know why you people. Okay, outburst isn't great. Okay, now I think I'm force pitching to stop Ren here. I don't have much else going on, so I want to slow him down. I need to slow him down to get the third land. So if he goes Ren here, then I'm probably just force pitching. Yeah, I think we're doing this. Oh, now let's go. Okay, so if we draw land, then should just do it. My opponent so far not done anything. We've got not the biggest living end, but I think it should do the job. Okay, there's the land. So what do I need? Of course, wait till he does something. Oh, I guess he could have main deck Spell Pierce, which would have been a reason to just go off there. I guess I didn't think of that. Hope he doesn't. I'll be sad. Do I need second red? Maybe I'll just get a basic here. Basic forest, maybe? See if he's got the Spell Pierce. Doesn't look like he has it. Okay, we will further destroy his hand. Gonna try to bolt the grief or something. That's probably what it is. Bolt face. Yeah, okay, it still doesn't stop the ATB trigger. You have an Archon in hand or something. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of Fable here. Could get rid of the other creativity, but okay, another grief. It's not that helpful. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the creativity, but I was worried about him. Yeah, I probably should have gotten rid of creativity, but he's still like a while for me able to cast that. Oh, I guess he could just go. No, actually, maybe that was really stupid. I think he just go creativity this turn, and then like I'm in trouble. I guess maybe that was a major punt. Yeah. What was I thinking? I was like, oh yeah, he can't go creativity for 2 more turns. No, that was so stupid. That was wow. That was the dumbest thing. So now you can get an Archon in play. Of course, if I just draw another Cascade spell, it doesn't matter. So it's not over yet. Yeah, that was dumb. Sorry, I was supposed to take creativity there. That was obviously a major punt. Okay, well now we just need to top deck another spell. Why am I so dumb? I wasn't thinking. Okay. Do the thing then. It's kind of my last living end though, because he's gonna have an Archon in the graveyard. Now I have 2 griefs. So I don't want to I don't care about Archon in his hand, so we're just gonna take Binding and Bolt. I wonder if he's the reanimator type. Find out. Okay, now we're looking better. So hopefully we can overcome that punt. Obviously I would have done much. I don't know. It worked out. We'll see what my opponent has. They can go creativity again, but they don't have it. Now I think they're almost dead. That's what they top deck there. So they just have an Archon in hand. So I guess they have 1 turn to. I don't know what they could draw that would save them, unless they're on the reanimate, but it looks like they have binding, so I feel like they're not on the reanimator package. We'll see. Okay, they are on the reanimator package. So I guess I should have just played this land last turn. Can't block these, so I think I just get rid of my shardless. I don't want to grief, so we're gonna bottom this. I think he's dead anyway. Oh, now he can double block one of the griefs, so he's not dead. Yeah, he still is though. Gets a menace. Menace work. I forget if menace is just non-black creatures or it's just. I think he's still dead. Yeah, the menaces, you need 2 creatures to block it, so. Okay, we got there. Not the cleanest game at all. So he's playing Persist, so I think we just need Dispute. No. I guess this is good against Archon if he gets one in play, but maybe I'm supposed to just play the game of him not getting one in play. I definitely want Endurance, I think. Brazen Borrow could be good to bounce an Archon. Like, do I do Leyline against Creativity? Subtlety's not gonna happen. Leyline of the Void. I don't think Leyline of the Void is. I think it's just too narrow. Like I don't know. It's like I can bring in the graveyard hate. If he gets an Archon in the graveyard, then yeah, that's relevant. But I also need to just stop him from doing his creativity thing. I also think to think of what hate he's gonna bring in. Like I guess Force is good against. I guess this is good against. We'll put the Forces good against Fable. And then now what do we cut? This is kind of the problem is like all these seem great. Like if I just cut a bunch of cyclers, then okay, maybe we just cut a brawler because it's although it's like relevant, it's not like super relevant. Like bouncing an Archon, I guess, is good, but I can also try to not have them go off that turn. I don't know what Hades gonna bring in. Man, this deck's hard to sideboard with. Like I don't want to get rid of too many cyclers. Did I just cut 3 cyclers? Is that too many? Do I cut a living end? Do I think these games are going to go really long? Okay, we'll try this. See if they just go Leyline of the Void. That'll be sad. It's interesting. So he's running Binding and Persist. So he's just going. I mean, I guess you get 5 colors with Binding. He's just really going all out. The infamous No Lander. Do I keep it? I want to, but I don't think I can. Okay, this is fine. I think we just put back. I think Sanctum's fine. Maybe the basic island. I guess this isn't that great. Maybe I should have. Oh my god! Every time. All right, we have Force for that. That's fine. Best draw on the deck. Okay, I think we'll just play this. Maybe I should have done Tarn there so I could grab a shock land tapped and save me some mana. So I don't think I need to smash it yet. I guess he might just go Ren turn 2. Yeah, just gonna go Ren turn 2. Let's see. What are the chances? I don't think I do Force of Vigor right now. Doesn't make any sense. I'll cycle Waker on. This is bad. Fortunately, I have to pitch. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't supposed to keep this hand. Well, I want him to play Fable, and then I can smash it with the trigger on the stack. That would be my dream. Please play Fable. Please play Fable. It doesn't look like he is. Just like holding up Spell Pierce. I guess Spell Pierce would be bad, but I can pay for it. I think I just have to do this. It feels so bad, though. Whoops, that's not what we're about to cast. Go and pay for Spell Pierce. Oops. Okay, so now we need to cycle this. So I think we just get a red-blue events. Cycle. Okay, so look at the top, put one of them in your hand, the other in the graveyard. So we want to probably put the River Winder in the graveyard because we want to have force. So put one of them in your hand. Let's put force because we need to stop at turn 4 creativity. And then, okay. Cycler, please. Okay. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Yeah, I couldn't have cycled that because now I don't have enough lands to cast force for his turn 4 creativity. So now I probably just lost. I mean, actually, I didn't lose because if I draw a Cascade spell, I will just Cascade. See what he does here. Man, that was so stupid. I'm just not used to playing with force and like thinking through that line. I obviously need to just hold Striper Winder. There's no reason to cycle it there. Okay, he's not going for it yet. They must think I have permission, which I kind of do. Okay. Shardless. So, what do I think? He's holding up Spell Pierce? Probably. Do I just try it anyway? Seems like he's like almost certainly holding up Spell Pierce with 7 cards in hand. I guess he can Spell Pierce my force no matter what, but we just wait. Be patient here. That's the only reason he doesn't play creativity there is if he's holding up Spell Pierce. He could obviously not have it, but again, he didn't fetch a Dwarven Mine, so I'm not sure. He's obviously just trying to hold up permission this whole game. There's no reason to rush. So now is he going to go for it? Now I have land to pay for Spell Pierce. Could be Flusterstorm. Protects a will. I guess Fluster would be bad. So I can pay for Spell Pierce if he has it. If he has something else, then I absolutely can't pay for it. You can potentially get an Archon in play next turn, but oh, actually no, he can't because I still have all right, we'll see what he does here. I think I'm in a good spot. Okay, he did nothing. So now, if he tries to go creativity or something, then I'll just pitch Architect's Will and for force. So now I think I have this one, but I could be wrong. He must have been holding Spell Pierce. That's the only explanation. Okay. We got there. 1-1. Played around what I needed to play around, even with some punts. It ended up working out. So we're 1-1. Let's see if we can get to hoping for a 4-1 here. I mean, outside the Dredge matchup, where like I just didn't really know how to navigate that at all. I feel like I should have a good, maybe we can do okay here. This is obviously a powerful deck. I was hoping this to be a very fast league. It's just I play it slow because I don't know how to play it. So I used to play the archetype I call Small Zoo or One Drop Zoo, which is kind of you might also have heard Bushwhacker Zoo. It's basically using things like Burning Tree Emissary, Reckless Bushwhacker, like Pelt Collector, Nakado, like a bunch of you're trying to go really wide with a lot of 1 and 2 drops. So I used to play that deck. That was like one of my first Magic decks, and that one would allow me to finish an MTGO league in like an hour. Like literally, it averaged an hour. The deck was so fast. So I was hoping kind of with you finish Living End League in maybe an hour and a half, but it turns out it's hour and a half. Turns out it's maybe a little more complicated in at least the matchups I've played. Okay, would I like to play first? Yes. I would like this to not be all weird though. What is going on? My chat's a little weird. Nope. I don't know how this got huge. Yeah. All right, we're back. Kind of. All right, sure, whatever. Would I like to play first? Yes, I would. Okay, good hand. We keep this. So we'll probably turn 1 Grief. See what my opponent's on. Go from there. We don't have any Cascaders right now, but we do have a lot of Cyclers, so not too worried. See what my opponent's on. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, how many Dredge decks am I going to play today? Jesus. Okay. So I don't think putting Gaze in. So I think I want to put Secret Keeper in the graveyard. I want him to allow. This is unreal. Okay, well, this is going to be tough. I guess everyone's just playing Dredge today, so see if I can navigate this one a little better maybe than the last one. Okay, so we'll probably cycle Riverwinder first. And then see if we can get to something. I guess this isn't great. I don't know. I could have put Otherworldly Gaze in the graveyard, but then he can just flash it back. I don't know. There are different options. I don't understand why people wait to do that. Like, do they have Spell Pierce in this deck? The Cascade deck? Okay, it gets the prize Amalgam. Okay, still trying to get my fetch. Probably just Steam Vents. Life. Cycle Riverwinder. You gonna let me cycle? Okay, worst card in the deck. Regardless is good. So we just wait, and then we'll cycle our Waker. Hopefully find that third land in the next 2 looks. We'll probably flashback Otherworldly Gaze, or maybe just cast it again. Maybe he's got a 1-drop. Probably waiting for me to tap out. Or he'll do it on my upkeep. See if we can find a land up here. Okay. Might be able to navigate this one better than the last one. We'll see what he gets in the graveyard. This guy's on Vengevine, so maybe he's doing more Crabvine kind of stuff. Okay, so we get the land, so let's put the Waker in the graveyard. That's exactly what we needed. And we should just go for it, I think. He'll get back 2 things, but whatever. I guess no, I think I don't think there's any reason not to do this right now. He's got a mill spell. He should mill 3 more cards into his graveyard to try to get more creatures in. Yep. We'll try to get some more creatures in the graveyard. He gets a crab, which is a little annoying for me. But so I guess he's just on Crabvine. I don't know that he'll be able to overcome this, but we'll see. I'm getting crab in play is pretty relevant, actually. But I've got some big chunky creatures, so I guess we should put another gaze in the graveyard. I don't think putting Vengevine in the graveyard makes any sense. So now he'll have to use 2 mana next turn if he wants to do it. So shrinked his creatures a lot, which is helpful. So I've got his Hedron Crab is -2/2. That's not something you see very often. Same with this Merfolk Secret Creeper. Okay, so he does get the land, which is bad for me. And it's a fetch, which is even worse for me. Flip some Narcomoeba. So I don't want to see Creeping Chills. Flips another Narcomoeba. I think I'm doing okay here. Okay. Now he gets the Prize Amalgam back. But now we just, I think, swing in. Like another land, I can just hardcast Curator. I'm just getting everything back. Luckily, I am shrinking all his creatures. My 7/7s. Scar my living end. Thank you very much. Not doing me much good here. Guess he just has to keep stuff back to chomp. I guess something like a force would be nice, but I don't know. It seems to be relying more on the crab. Maybe Otawara to bounce the crab. Like he could just recast it and play a land, so it doesn't really do anything. Or not Otawara. Trying to think of like what would be relevant to bounce here. Could just bounce like the Narcomoeba, but I don't have any flyers anyway. I guess he's thinking. I don't know how he could possibly think about attacking, unless he's gonna try to. I don't know. Got one creature that has a positive attack value. He's gonna get 2 more Prize Amalgams back, but he doesn't have a Vengevine yet. At some point, he will get a Vengevine, so I just have to be careful I don't die. But I think I just swing with everything. Second Curator, so I could cycle stuff. What would I get though? That's relevant. We just attack now. I don't think I'm at. I mean, I obviously could be at risk of dying next turn, but with shrinking all his creatures, it slows down his clock a lot. And I think he's gonna have to trouble some stuff here. My opponent is taking his time. This one seems a little more manageable than the than actual Dredge. Like this is like Vengevine or whatever, or Crabvine. But the ones with using the actual Dredge mechanic seemed like very awkward to play Living End against them without just seeing. Yeah, okay. Without just seeing, like, Leyline of the Void. So obviously we're gonna bring that in. I could subtlety a crab. This seems kind of narrow. He's probably gonna bring his own ley line, so we probably want endurance. Get the brazen borrowers in, or just bring in force. Force is kind of narrow though if he doesn't have ley line, but he's probably gonna mulligan into it. Grief. I'm gonna trim one grief because of the awkwardness of him wanting to get stuff in the discard stuff. We'll trim one living end. I think we keep borrower in case of ley line. I guess we'll just trim. And we need one more. Am I trimming too many? We'll see. This is such a hard deck to sideboard with because you want to, like, everything is for the combo. So you want to, like, not take anything out, basically. So I've been just, like, trimming one living end and stuff in matchups where I don't expect to need to do multiple living ends here, especially when he's got, like, graveyard synergies. Let's hope for the ley line. So my opponent doesn't have the ley line. Okay, saying this is a no-lander. But it's got 3 street wraiths and 2 griefs. But I don't think I keep this. I'm really tempted to, though. Cycle into some stuff. Ooh, okay. Well, I think we have to keep this. We got the hate. We don't have any cyclers, but we do have a cascade spell. So, and we got endurance as well. So I think this is definitely a keep. Maybe we just put back breeding pool. Do we need a basic island? Like life total could become under. No, we gotta put back island in case we have to hard cast endurance. We want to. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And then we'll play. Maybe just steam vents tapped. Keep this. Okay. And then we'll put our ley line down as they put their ley line down. And we'll just be playing an awkward, slow game. Or I just go with the endurance beatdown plan. Okay. Maybe they don't have ley line. Okay. Can't beat a ley line. All right, so we're at 2-1. Weirdly enough, we've played Creativity and then Crabvine and then Dredge. So kind of 2 graveyard synergy, unfair decks. And we lost to Dredge, and then we won with Crabvine, against Crabvine. So got 2 more matches left. Hopefully we can close out this pretty shortly and then go from there. See what we got. See if we can get a more, I guess Creativity is a pretty common meta matchup. So see if we can play something more common we see in the meta. Okay, round 4. 2-1. This hand's fine. I think we keep this. We don't have We don't have a living end right now, but we've got a few cyclers. So I think we just hold on to this. Probably go Riverwinder first. We have living end if we draw a grief. If I play Botanical Sanctum, he's going to know exactly what I'm doing, but we just do it anyway. He's going to know exactly what I'm doing as soon as I cycle something. So we are going to cycle now because I'm looking for a grief. So let's just cycle our Riverwinder now. Okay. No grief, but we do get a Cascade spell, which is handy. He's going to know, of course, that I've got another black card in hand, but it doesn't really matter. See if my opponent is also on Dredge or Living End. The Living End mirror. Not one I know how to navigate. Okay, Flood Strain. Hammer. Oh, I shouldn't yield through this, actually. Do I just force Colossus Hammer right now? Seems like a play. He must have which is better to exile. I guess when it comes, okay, I guess we just exile this because I want to get Architect in the graveyard. Good thing I turned off that stop. That would have been bad. Another Riverwinder is good. Again, we're going to get. So let's cycle right now because we're looking for a grief. Okay, we get our second land. Cycle right now because we're looking for a grief. Blue red. Okay, second shardless, so no grief, but next turn we can go off. And I don't know how my opponent wins this. He could have Spell Pierce main deck, which seems unlikely though. Possible. Okay, he's gonna get Urza Saga. Yep. That's all he's gonna do. Wonder why he wanted to play Hammer last turn. Seemed kind of weird. I guess he's got Steel Shaper Skiff, the Paladin in his hand. That's the only reason you do that. Okay. Do I just shock this in? Do I just get a basic? Save my life total? In case things happen. I don't know. Get a basic. Do I have basic forest in this deck? I guess I can do basic island. I do have basic forest. I don't know if it makes a difference. Do basic island so we have more blue. Just gonna concede. Okay. All right. Easy game. That's what we like to see. What we'd like to see. Just play like 3 cards and be done. Okay. What do we bring in this? I feel like Force of Vigor is good. I don't think any of these other are useful. Could do Foundation Breaker too. Maybe that's like overkill though. I guess Grief isn't amazing. All right, we'll try this. I think Borrower could be good to just bounce a creature that's big. Sorry, like if you swing with hammer or something and I need to bounce it, I think borrow could be good. Or bouncing a hammer, obviously. So that's my thought there of keeping it in. Although you can argue with like this hate in here with 4 kill artifact enchantment cards, then maybe I just cut the borrower and keep in 2 more cyclers. I think there's an argument for that. But I also don't know what hate he's going to bring in. Like he could bring in Leyline, where borrow would be good then. I don't think any of these other are worthwhile. So not sure what this is for. My only guess is burn and scam. Maybe burn's a bad matchup because it's just hard to win fast enough against them. Okay, I think this is fine to keep. I like these forests. Kind of cool. Okay, that was fun. I don't know if my opponent was like trying to mulligan low for sideboard hate or they just didn't care. If they're just like rage quitting. But now we're at 3-1. Now we're starting to pick up some steam here. So 1 match left. This is a 1-lander and it doesn't allow me to cycle because I don't have a green, so I think I have to mulligan this. I see Giganta, so that could be Shadow. Could be Prowess. This is better. It's still 1-lander, but I have a lot of cyclers, so I think I keep this. Put back Living End. It's useless. Okay, so now we can do a bunch of cycling. I might cycle main phase if I get a grief. I can potentially use that. DRC. Life total does matter a little bit in this game. So there's that. But see what I draw here. Otawara. I could play the Otawara, try to save me some life total, but I think I just get like green blue here. Fetch shock. We'll see. I do have force to stop something. So like the question is, do I want to keep Riverwinder in the hand because of force, or else I'll have to pitch a Waker? I think I'm just gonna cycle now though. Start filling up the graveyard. Looking for a grief. Okay, land is fine. I don't think there's a reason to cycle the rest right now. I guess I could still look for a grief. I do have to be wary of cycling with Street Wraith too much. Now we can just wait. Because my life total is under pressure, so there's an argument to not cycle another Street Wraith. But I might have to do it anyway and just say I don't care about my life total. If he goes like iteration here, then I'm going to force that. That'd be very good if he goes iteration here. Okay, Shredder. Okay. Just have nothing. So we're not going to cycle now because I draw a grief. Yeah, draw a Living End. Go ahead, cycle the Street Wraith now. What would I get though that's relevant? Another blue card, potentially? I guess I don't need a cycle this now. Because I want to keep force up. So I think this is fine. Now we'll force them if he just goes iteration here, I'll probably force it. Just doesn't have any other spells. It's also good for me though. Okay. So I'm digging for a Cascade spell. Okay, I could bounce something with Bar, but also cycle Architects. I think we might need to bounce something with Bar, depending on the timing of all this. Okay. Do I think they have? We just wait. Do I think they're playing Spell Pierce? They could, and in that case, I'm just gonna do it in their upkeep. But I'll just wait it out. I guess they'll get extra Surveil triggers, so that's a reason to do it in the upkeep and not some other time. So let's go with that. I'm going low in life, so they could just like burn me out with double bolt, which would be bad. I guess I have force for that, so I guess I have force for Spell Pierce too. I don't know what I'm worried about. Okay. Oh man, he's gonna get a connive. Okay, so yeah, the Spell Pierce. But I've got something too. The main deck Spell Pierce, interesting. Check this out. Do I want Bar or Architects in hand? Probably Bar. I wonder if they're playing the. I'm not sure exactly actually what my opponent is doing. I thought it was Prowess, but they have Ledger Shredder. So are they on Breach with Gigantha? I guess that's maybe what it is. But they have Consider too. But that means if they have Gigantha, it means they have no Murktide. So are they just playing like Murktide-less like that? I've seen lists like this that's like basically Breach, Murktide combined. I guess we'll see in a second when I look at the top of their library. They should concede now. I'm gonna know exactly what they're doing. Okay. So we'll give them. Look at these cards. Okay, I looked at them. Can I put them back in order? Okay. It's just like Murktide-less Murktide. I'm thinking they do have Breach, so maybe Ley Lines are good. I don't know. Bar seems less good. Although I guess if they bring in Hate, then I'm just screwed if I don't have. But I have, yeah, I guess if they bring their own Ley Line, I don't have an answer to it. Disputes are probably good. I don't know. It's not good. I just cut random stuff now. Street Wraith. Curator. This is fine. Architect is good to pitch to Grief, but okay, we'll see. Not sure. Maybe I should just cut a Riverwinder there because you want Architects can be pitched to Grief and that could be relevant. We'll see. I don't know. You know, I'm like least certain about the sideboarding stuff. I think there's an argument to just not. I guess if they just bring in like Rest in Peace, They can't, because so they'll probably bring in Hearse, I guess. So I should probably bring in some Force of Vigor. Maybe instead of Endurance. No, I want Endurance instead of Ley Line. Let's just bring in Force. Sure. Because they're probably gonna go Hearse, most likely. Maybe Dispute should also just be like Brazen Bar or Foundation Breaker. They have Graveyard Synergy, so they can't bring in Rest in Peace, but they can bring in Hearse. So maybe more than 2 answers for Hearse is good. Hand is fine, I think. I don't have another black card to pitch for Grief, but maybe I can draw it. I do have a lot of interaction. Question is, do I dispute a turn 2 Ledger Shredder? Probably not. I could. I have Force in hand, though. It didn't seem great. So they have an upkeep stop. Architects of Will, so I can go Grief now. So I think I need a Grief to take their artifact hate. I mean, their whatever hate they have. Like if they have like, so they have a spell Pierce I could take. They also have a Shredder I could take. But I guess they'll get reanimated then. But most likely he's just gonna go Shredder next turn. But I could just, why don't I just take Spell Pierce and then dispute Shredder potentially. That'd be an interesting one. Yeah, let's just do that. He'll get a Shredder in the graveyard, which is, I guess, kind of annoying, but it also enables him to like connive away his crap hand. I want to be wary of that. Consider. He does have Gigantha, so there's no Murktide, so maybe he's doing. So I don't know what he's exactly doing. There's argument just to cycle here and not to dispute this, but if he, I think he goes Shredder, I'm just going to dispute it. I don't know what else he would do unless he drew something. Okay. That was a very, oh my god, are you serious? So he just top decked that. So now we have to force it. I think we have to keep our curator around. So I think we have to pitch dispute. All right. Okay. Let's hope he doesn't top deck any more amazing stuff. Okay. Okay. Not ideal. See what he revealed. So here he played his Hallowed Fountain. Here he played his Consider. Yeah, that's not in his hand. So he's got Shredder, Bolt, and Otawara. And then I think 2 mystery cards. Yeah, so it goes Shredder. Goes Bobble. Connives away his crappy hand. So he could have drawn another like Spell Pierce or something. I don't have the biggest living end. I'll get a Shredder back if I draw something. Or I could just keep bricking and drawing lands. Which is what's going to happen. All right. Look at all the lands we have. All the lands in the world. He's got Bolt in the graveyard, so he can start doing the breach thing. He already played Shredder. So he's got here played Otawara too. What am I doing? Okay, so I don't know what his hand is now. It's all mystery cards. Probably has another piece of permission. And just start hitting me with the 2/4. Yeah, this just looks like the Murktide without Murktide, basically. So like Murktide Breach hybrid. Second Shredder, it's handy to have. It's tapping out, which means it's very interesting. So do you just think I don't have a living end? Like, I mean, I don't have a Cascade spell. I guess he's just taking the risk here. I could just Cascade right now and just blow him out. What is this crap? So it is like prowess. I don't know what my opponent's doing. Don't know what he's on. I should have probably played this earlier to thin the deck. Okay, well, I guess we just do that, huh? I need a green source. Yeah, I probably should have played that fetch earlier to thin the deck. I didn't think of that. Go with the living end. Bring back a bunch of stuff. Oh no, I'm going to give you the connive. Then I'm going to take whatever card you keep. I guess he does have a DRC in the graveyard, so it's not. I mean, it's not over. I do certainly have some bigger creatures though. His DRC is going to die this turn. Why is he playing this though? Why isn't he playing the other one? Oh, I guess this is like combined. Those two combine. Yeah, grab Gigantha. Okay. I could just let this through. Let's just think for a second. How much damage is it? 5, 7, 12, 14. He blocks with him. But he gets Surveil triggers, so I think I just do this. Oh yeah, guess I was worried he was gonna die. Maybe he has Bolt in hand. But it looks like he just has nothing. So I can Otawara this, and he could have another Spell Pierce, so I'll play around that. I guess I can't really play around. He can't Spell Pierce Otawara anyway. Is he dead yet though? He's close. I don't think I need another Shardless. Seems unlikely. So let's okay. All right. Well, we won. I don't know. I think that was game one, right? I think my opponent just hates playing Living End, so he rage quitted. I guess that's true of like honestly two of my opponents, which is funny because like I've never, I'm used to playing like fair decks where like that doesn't happen. Yeah, so we went 4-1 with Living End. Like, maybe you got some entertainment value out of this. Obviously, I am not an expert on this deck, so I was just trying to play it as best I could. The only matchup we lost was against Dredge, which is just something I didn't know exactly how to navigate with this deck because it's an uncommon matchup in general. And now you're talking about like the two most unfair graveyard synergy decks going against each other, and Dredge is just faster, so that's why I think like maybe you're supposed to take on more of a control role in that matchup, or just and like just hard cast your threats and just like ignore the combo a bit. I'm not sure, or you just have to mulligan to get your hate cards. So anyway, Living End, yeah, we know it's a good deck. It's pretty easy. I won't say it's the easiest deck to play. There are actually a lot of Like, I'll say after playing this, it's harder to play than I was expecting, but it is also give you a lot of easy wins. In other words, like your games are either like very short and quick and over right away, or like very long, grindy, complex play, like lots of decisions to make on when to do stuff. It's like really no in between. So that's probably just the nature with unfair decks is you either blow your opponent out completely or it turns into a really long slog. And that's where like in those longer slog games, if you're experienced with the deck and you're a stronger player, then that's where that helps. That's the difference. So like I'm sure, Menino Nay, who's the guy whose deck this is, like he could probably easily have gotten a 5-0 there. And of course, like he's in the trophy leaderboards every season. So like that was probably an easy 5-0 for him. I just didn't know how to navigate the Dredge matchup. So anyway, if you like this kind of content, go ahead, like and subscribe, and I'll be back next time for another Domain Zoo video. Thanks for watching.